folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Rubidoux Creek Outdoors. I'm glad y'all are tuned in. If you're new to the channel, hey, I welcome you with arms wide open as always, kind of like Creed. I don't know if y'all are Creed fans, but arms wide open. A little inside 90s, early 2000s joke. But yes, if you're feeling froggy, definitely go down and check out some of the other videos within our channel. And some of them you may feel like they're interesting to you. But today, I forgot. Also, hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Help us out. Greatly appreciate it. And if you don't have a subscription to YouTube or the free account, you got to have that to make comments in comment sections. If you don't want to do that, hey, just watch it. Watch the video. Get the views, as they say. But I think you to be able to hit a thumbs up or share or whatever, I think you got to have a YouTube. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. You got to at least have it the free account set up. So, and to be able to subscribe. So, but me and Kojak would greatly appreciate it. Definitely would. But today I'm gonna try something a little different. We're going to clean. So I picked up some pretty good deals on some Buck 110s from a pawn shop down in Houston, Missouri. Pretty big pawn shop. It's a double R ranch, or not. I keep wanting to say ranch, but it's double R pawn. So it's double and it's RR pawn shop. But anyway, went in there. They gave me some really good deals. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to them. I got some Buck 110s. I think one's, I have to go back and look in a previous video, but one's I think 2018. The other's like 2006. But yeah, they both had the same steels. I think they're 420 or 440 stainless high carbon steel in them. So really good blades, but we're going to clean them. They're not in bad shape. They just need to be a little bit cleaned and oiled. This one still looks like some kind of guts on it or animal bodily fluids dried on it of some sort. But yeah, we're going to clean them. And I'm going to, my plan on put an edge back on them. But yeah, we're going to get to it. And I'll let y'all get some up close and personal with them, and then but what I'm gonna do different is my plan is I'm gonna use the buffer over here, my little buffing, polishing buffing machine, but I'm thinking I'm not gonna use the fiber wheel. I'm gonna clean the best I can with some flits and some Never-Dull that I have back here behind me. We'll see what that does. And then we're going to buff it with some flits. I'm going to add a little bit of flits to it and then run it through the buffing wheel. And we're going to see how that does. Just to keep from scratching it up anymore. Because that buffing wheel will scratch. It will, and it gets super hot. Definitely looking into getting some different wheels. Just kind of want to try it out. But either way, we're going to see how it goes. I'm all about trying new things, but I'm definitely going to order some different wheels. I mean, I've got plenty of the type that I use right now, but I want to see if I can get a different grit, if that makes any sense. Just try different things. Because, I mean, the way to go is the sandpaper. I mean, if you got time, sandpaper is the way to go. You know, you start out around, depending on how bad the damage is on your blade, you can start out with like 300 something grit. And then you can, don't recommend dry sanding. You either wet sand or you wet sand with like WD-40 or some kind of petroleum-based product. But you work your way up from like 300 and go all the way up to like a couple thousand. Like I said, it's time consuming. And I've got a lot of blades that I need to do that too. And I probably will show it in another video when I got time. But because I cleaned them the way y'all seen me clean them, but I definitely want to come back and do the wet sand and try to get some of the scratches out that I couldn't get out with the buffing wheels. So we're going to look at that. And I'm gonna try to do a future video where I am buffing with strictly buffing material. So I'm gonna order some new aluminum oxide blocks, and they got different grit sizes. So I'm gonna try that out in sometime in the future just to see how that works, if that'll work better instead of actually doing hand sanding, because it does take time. But I've got lots of knives that do need to get those. I need to get those scratches out. So, but let's get up and close and personal, and I'll show you those knives. Okay. So you can see right here. Like I said, these are in another video, but we're gonna clean these up. They need to be cleaned. Go ahead and clean one of them. Gonna keep and carry for a while. You can see how it's got all this mess on it. But they're pretty clean inside. And like I said, I don't have to use a screwdriver. This one's got some stuff in here, so I may have to dig it out. But the other one's pretty clean. We'll clean them out. Apply some RCO Creek wax to the handle scales. But we're going to try, it's got some sticky stuff on it. Probably had some kind of sticker on it, but y'all see how that is. So we're going to try to get as much as we can off it, and then I'm going to run it to the buffers. I'm trying not to use the buffing wheel. But I always try to pick up sheaths. So these two knives didn't have sheaths with them, so one of them's going to go to this one right here, and the other one's going to go to this one right here. This is kind of a softer suede leather. I like the feel of it. And then this is kind of the old school, new old stock, I guess you want to say. So, but I just happen to have two sheaths. It's kind of ironic. I found two buck knives that needed sheaths, and now I got them. And they're both fit buck 110. So put those to the side. But yeah, we're going to get to work on these and get this done. But like I said, don't forget to get you some Rubidoux Creek Outdoor Wax. Made in USA, veteran owned. Come get you some. It smells pretty good. It's really good stuff, y'all. It really does. I'm not trying to hype it up too much, but you know, I'm a realist, and it does really, really good on just about everything. So go get you some. You can get it from the Whatnot channel, and it'll be right up here. So yeah, I just want to show you all that, for especially any of my new guys or people riding the fence on if they want to get some or not. Just go out there and get you some. It's not expensive, and like I said, just be patient with the United States Postal Service, and it should, in theory, get to you. It just may take some don't take very long, and some it takes a while to get to them. So, all right, so we got the flits out here. Got some rim oil. I need to get the little screwdrivers. Y'all can pick these up. I ain't even sure. Harbor Freights may sell them. I don't know, but you can find them in different places. These little screwdrivers. Probably find them at a flea market or something. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, you can see this one I use mostly. That's what fits in there the best. But sometimes the thicker ones or small ones. So this one right here, there's really nothing in it. I mean, it might be a little bit of crud, but for the most part, let's put that one to the side. Now, this one had some junk in it. Yeah, see right there? Pocket lint. Want to make sure you get all that out before you start spraying your oils in there. Just FYI. But like I said, you do what your heart tells you to do, and whatever you feel like doing, or whatever other channels are telling you to do. You make that judgment call, right? I'm just saying, for my foxhole, I'd rather get the loose, dry stuff out first before you start spraying the oil in there, okay? But like I said, pretty big piece of lint. But I'm going to get a paper towel when I start spraying that oil. I want to try to soak up some of the stuff. Get down in there. I would use some sandpaper in there, but it's really not that bad, folks. You can look in there. It's really not that bad. It's all brass inside there, so it ain't rusting. So let's go ahead and get this one sprayed up in there. I don't see anything up in here. There's no rust on the back spring back here. Don't really see anything in there. Not that one. So one of these knives, I'm going to do a trade with a subscriber. His name's Justin as well. I don't think he lives too terribly far from me, but we plan on meeting up halfway somewhere. He's got a son named Brady, and yeah, he's about the same age as Kojak, or AKA Kojak, but his name's Tanner. And what's crazy about it is my first name is Justin. His name is Justin. I think I'm a little bit older than him, but either way, there's another guy down that has called Spirit Outdoors, has a pretty big channel. He does all kinds of stuff. Me and him about the same age, and his first name is Justin, and his son's named Brody. Well, the other little boy's named Brady. So that's kind of crazy if you think about it. That's a really unique way to look at it. But anyway, thought that's pretty cool. But at some point we're gonna go link up. But he's been wanting to trade knives or do a trade and go on a hunt. So we plan on doing that. We're gonna do a hunt, go look at a couple places, go look for some knives, and then probably go out to eat, and then do a trade or two with maybe one or two knives. I'm not real big into trading knives because, and to be honest with you, I always kind of get the worst, the short end of the stick, as they say. I guess that's a polite way. I want to say something else, but like I said, I told him I will, and I don't need all these buck 110s. How many do you need? Now, if I had different models, like different, handle material, different steels, because you can especially order some with S30V, you can get some Magna Cut and get all these other different steels. Now that I could see having a different buck knife because it's a different knife, but these are all pretty much the same. So I don't see the purpose of it. And then he may want one of them. I think he does anyway. And so, yeah. I was like, well, I said, I'm down to do that. Just got to find a knife that's, equal value. And I may have another knife that I'm willing to part with. So we will see how that goes. And then we'll see what kind of knives he's willing to part with. And then if it's something I don't have, I'll be down to trade, if that makes sense. Well, folks, I think it cleaned up pretty dang good, if I had to guess. Ain't too shabby. I wouldn't turn my nose up at it. Yeah, so now I'm just going to see if I can put a little edge on it, but everything's pretty clean, a lot better than it was. Both of them, a lot better than it was. Cleaned up pretty good. Now I just got to get some, put a little coat of wax on the wood. Let that soak in for a little bit. Hopefully y'all liked the video, folks. Like I said, it wasn't too long of a video. Trying to make it as quick as possible. But it does take a little time to clean 2 knives at the same time. So like I said, I've tried that. I didn't have to put it on the buffing wheel. It wasn't that bad. Didn't have a whole lot of crud in it. So that's kudos on that one. But like I said, did the deal. Buffing wheel cleaned it up pretty good. Put some oil in it. Should be good to go. I'll probably go back later and squirt a little bit of rim oil in there just after it settles out inside the knife. It's always good practices to do. Like I said, you do it how you want to do it, but like I said, it's how I do it. And it seems like it actually works out pretty good. It does, at least for me anyway. Went back and put a little bit of Rubidoux Creek outdoor creek wax on the handle scales, and you'd be surprised, it was pretty dry. It actually, I could see it after like 2 or 3 minutes. It was starting to soak up inside that wood. I probably will go back and put another coat on it, just to see if it'll take any more. But like I said, it polishes up good. Y'all saw how it did a nice shine to it, so that does pretty good. But like I said, that I think they make 440 steel, high carbon stainless steel, 420. I think they both kind of fluctuate around between the different years on those Buck 110s. But either way, I mean, it's good old practical steels. Nothing wrong with that steel. I know there's all these other hyper steels out there. Don't get me wrong, I like knives with the stronger, more resilient steels, but you can't really go wrong with those. I mean, that 420 and 440, they don't take a whole lot of time to sharpen up, you know, and they hold edge pretty good. I forgot, I don't know what the Rockwell hardness is on them, but they're probably in the 50s if I had to guess. But you know, I've got means of testing it, but I'm not going to do it on those knives, because if you use too hard of a file, it'll scar the blade. So I don't want to do that. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'm sure you can Google whatever and kind of see what they usually do. Like they'll say like 55 to 60 Rockwell hardness or something like that. But either way, they'll hold edge pretty good, and they've been doing a good job for a long time. I wouldn't mind looking in and getting, probably will get a buck 110 down the road with like S30V or Magna Cut or something like that, just to say I got it. But you know, I don't have to. That's a want, not a need, right? So, but hey, like I always tell y'all, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for taking your time out of your day to watch it. I know it's hard to bounce around all these different channels, and I really greatly appreciate it. I really do. I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's behind. Really, because I understand how it takes time to bounce around watching videos and stuff. So, especially when you're kind of limited on time. So, like I said, I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. Kojak really appreciates it. Hopefully, we got some more videos with him in it in the very near. Just a busy guy, busy guy. But hey, y'all stay positive. Y'all stay motivated. Stay vigilant in this crazy world. And I hope to see y'all next time. And y'all take care. Okay.